Hello, friends. Welcome to Jikku Diaries YouTube channel. And this is 2 days after Ravichandran Ashwin shocked the cricketing world by announcing his retirement from international cricket with immediate effect. And without taking much time, I have a very special guest on this show, none other than V Ramnarayan, a prominent off spinner of the late 1970s, played for Hyderabad and South Zone. He was so good, but unfortunate not to have gone to the higher levels of cricket because the competition was such that. And V Ramnarayan is not only a cricket follower, a former player, but he is an all-rounder. He's not only a columnist, prominent columnist. His columns are in ESPN Cricinfo, Midday, and so many other publications. He is also author of several books, not just cricket books, and he has also edited music magazine, Sruti, among others. And before I got into full-time journalism, before I was a student, I had the privilege to know Mr. V Ramnarayan and even got to work with him for his book, one of his earlier books, which is called Marmalam Mosquitoes. So I had the privilege of contributing some vital information, which was an education for me myself. So here is Mr. V Ramnarayan, and we are going to talk about Ashwin and how he saw Ashwin over the years and what he thought of his retirement. Welcome, Mr. V Ramnarayan. Thank you for doing this, agreeing to come to my YouTube channel.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be talking to you, Krishnan. I remember you maybe you were still a teenager when you worked with me, or maybe just 20 something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was. I was just out of the teens and trying to find my way, which way my career was heading to, and had to still make a choice.
You made great progress, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. It's so nice to hear that from you. Yeah. So, being an off spinner, and what did you see Ashwin before he made it big into the international cricket, and now that with 100 plus tests, 500 plus wickets, all his records. First, did his decision come as a surprise, or did you see that coming? Considering what he has been going through, especially in overseas tours.
It was a bit of a surprise because I didn't expect him to do a Dhoni in the middle of a series. But otherwise, I think it was a matter of time before he retired because he has not been treated very well. He may not say anything about that, but as a cricketer, somebody who has gone through similar things, similar experiences, it must have hurt him a lot to be the world's highest wicket taker, spinner, the greatest spinner in the world, and being dropped every now and then must have hurt him a lot. So, it's very difficult to handle that sort of thing. And sitting and watching when, sometimes you feel that you should be there and winning matches. You think that you can do a better job than what is happening on the ground. So I'm sure. So it came as a bit of a surprise that it came in the middle of a series. But I think as people have been interpreting, I think he saw probably no immediate future in cricket, and after that, England they might be dropped again.
True.
So I think, it was not a complete surprise, but I thought it was a matter of time. Very soon, I thought, even when Washington Sundar played in the home series, I thought that was the first signal that Ashwin was on the way out. It was kind of putting pressure on them to have two other spinners on the side, and one of them, an off spinner, can bat very well. I think I saw the signs even then.
But then, so Washington Sundar came, and it is not for the first time that Ashwin has not been in the playing 11 in an overseas test match. It has been happening for quite some time. But did he, or should he, put his foot down, and considering what has been happening before, he should have taken the call before the series began, or now that he was selected to go to Australia, should he not have waited till the series ended?
I don't know. I don't want to, pass judgment on that because, I haven't gone through what he has gone through. You really don't know because sometimes something snaps, what happened to Dhoni or what happened to Sidhu, and even Kim Hughes and all, how sadly their careers ended. This man deserved a much better send off, much better farewell. After all that he has done, the number of matches he has won for India is incredible. And to me personally, I have a lot of respect for past spinners, some great spinners like Prasanna and Chandrasekhar and so on. And
Definitely.
for me, we always think of the good old days, and I have a lot of respect for them.
Hmm.
But what this man has achieved, you cannot take away anything from that.
Very
What he
true.
has achieved is absolutely incredible. And every player, overseas player, acknowledges that. People when he's dropped, other teams cannot believe it.
True. Yeah. He would have
They,
been
yeah,
like Nathan Lyon of Australia. He would have been a number one
yeah.
choice anywhere he plays, isn't it?
I think, even yesterday, Sunil Gavaskar was trying to explain, team balance and all that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think the best spinner should play. What team balance are we talking about? He's the best bowler in the side. If you look
True.
at the number of wickets he takes, and he should be the number one choice. And instead of having four maybe seam bowlers, with one of them only sort of change bowler,
Hmm.
three regular fast bowlers, one change bowler, and one
Right.
spinner. Instead that two spinners can play, and he's an all rounder. Six Test centuries. He
Yes.
should have walked. He should walk into the side. Whether you like him or not, his figures, you cannot deny those. And he has no batsman in the world plays him confidently. You tell me how many people have managed to, this
Very true. Very
Australian
true.
side.
Even the fantastic batsmen of the modern generation, the Steve Smiths, the Joe Roots, the Kane
Yeah,
Williamsons, you name it.
they, they all struggle. Travis Head struggles. Steve Smith, all of them struggle.
Exactly.
I don't think I've not come across a batsman who has mastered him.
Hmm.
Not even your England, they're all sitting ducks against him.
Very true.
Australia is, and I think they were not. I think the selectors have not been fair to him.
Hmm.
And I
True.
don't know. I don't know whether he was upset and he took the decision. But
Hmm.
if I were him, I would have definitely felt very upset, very hurt. And
Yes.
and every time he comes back, he is dropped. He comes back immediately. He performs.
True.
Even during an innings when the match is going away from our hands, they bring him on. He gives you a breakthrough. I mean, that
Hmm.
kind of record it's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal.
And keep aside his bowling achievements. Not long ago, he saved and won a test match for India with the bat in his home ground when the top order was struggling. Him and his spin twin Jadeja in Chepauk
Yeah,
against the Bangladesh, scoring 100 and
yeah.
Jadeja some 70 odd runs, isn't it?
And
So
his knock in where was it in Australia where he saved a match with Hanuman Vihari.
exactly. Oh,
Yes,
that was
it's a
giving
great
blood,
knock of
sweat, and
courage.
everything to save. That was one of the remarkable draws in
I think
Test history.
I think he deserved better. And
True,
anyway, it's the end of an era. He would have got another, I think, at least, if not equaling Kumble, will come very close if he had continued
close
for
to
a
yeah,
couple of seasons.
true.
He would have.
Yeah,
He
just
would have
about
come.
less than
Yeah.
110 wickets away from, no, or
Yeah.
even less than 80 odd wickets from Kumble's achievements.
He would have easily got at least 50 in the next couple of seasons.
Definitely.
And I think he definitely deserved better. And he has also, really evolved as a bowler.
Hmm.
You know, yeah, he's improving all the time, experimenting all the time, learning all the time, and I don't enjoy all his experiments, but then most of them are very successful, and he makes a fool of batsmen, sometimes.
True.
And I mean, really, and also he has been very dignified. He has not said anything that is
Exactly. Yeah.
objectionable now.
Yes.
He's been very dignified and very cheerful, being
Hmm.
nice to everyone. I think champion cricketer, no doubt about it.
When did you first come across Ashwin, and what did you think of him then? And did you believe that he would go on to achieve whatever he has achieved in the last year and a
I
half, decade and a half?
I first saw him probably in IPL.
Hmm.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him much in domestic cricket
Right.
because I had a full-time job and I couldn't go and watch domestic cricket. And those days they were not televising any of those. Occasional, I don't think I've even seen a local league match where he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Strangely, he and I were in the same organization for many years. I
Right.
never met him. Not once have I met him. Even today, I have not met him so far.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We were we were in the same company.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, his mother was also my colleague then. I
Okay.
have met her. I've met her, not Ashwin. Every time he did well in an international match, I would congratulate her, but I never met him.
Mm-hmm.
And he left. I was in Sanmar. He left us and went. I think he went somewhere else, and now he's back with India Cements. Or
India
rather,
Simmons, right.
yeah. But I've never met him and never seen him bowl locally. I only first watched him in IPL.
IPL, okay.
Honestly, yeah, I was not very impressed to start with. I've been a convert over. I
Right.
always compared him with the spinners that I've seen. Somehow he didn't. He was very successful. He was getting a lot of wickets, but I didn't like his methods those days.
Okay.
And but his methods are successful, and I think he's also improved all the time. He's
Mm-hmm.
become much more, let us say, accurate, and all that he has done. Improved his all round. His bowling has improved a great deal, and of
Mm-hmm.
course he's a phenomenal batsman. Something I love watching him. I love watching him bat.
Right.
He's one of the better batsmen to watch. Very elegant, very
True.
effortless.
Yes.
You know,
You've
and I
been
think sorry.
no, go ahead.
I think you'd have made an excellent captain with the kind of ticking brain that he has. I think you'd have made a very good captain.
We
I don't
saw
know.
glimpses of his captaincy in IPL for the franchises that he played on, also in Tamil Nadu
Yeah,
Premier League, didn't we?
very shrewd, very clever. And I think for a bowler, he would have handled himself better also. And I don't think he would have underbowled anybody or overbowled anyone.
Right.
I think he has the kind of brain that works. And
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
So
and
it's not for nothing that they call him the scientist, isn't it?
but yeah. I don't like such descriptions. Like people also always say engineering graduates are very bright. I don't agree. I'm not an engineering graduate. I think I'm quite intelligent. So, but of
Yeah.
course, yes, he's an extraordinary cricket mind, and his thinking is fantastic. I don't think I can think like him. He
Mm-hmm.
thinks several moves ahead. You
Right.
know, and he's planning ahead. He reads the batsman's mind. He reads the wicket. He reads everything, and the psychological dominance by him over bat, it's unbelievable.
So like like
Mm,
like a chess player who thinks about so many moves ahead. So he also
yeah,
plots
yeah,
the batsman's
yeah.
dismissal so many deliveries
Yeah,
ahead, doesn't he?
he's a plotter. He's a plotter. He's a great one. I mean, I think the only department where he was slightly behind Jadeja's fielding. Of course, everyone is behind Jadeja
That's
as an
true.
extraordinary fielder, and Ashwin is now 38, and he is not a natural athlete like many of us. Can be a great bowler and not be a natural athlete. So, but in spite of that, he proved to be a very good fielder. I don't think he was a
Yes.
pushover as a fielder.
And a
Sometimes he
safe
brought
catcher.
yeah, very good catcher.
Yeah.
And everything he does, yeah, he is a scientist. I think I agree with that. Very had a scientific approach. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Hmm. What is it about off spinners in particular and Tamil Nadu? Yes, Venkataraghavan, Ashwin, yourself, though from Chennai went to play for Hyderabad and of course South Zone. Aeroplay Prasanna, of course, closer to Chennai, Bangalore. What is it about off spinners and Chennai in particular?
Chennai, I don't know. I think probably we all grew up on matting when we started, and you can do on matting you can be effective. If you start as an off spinner on turf, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a lot more patches on matting. I don't know. I'm trying to, and also I think we have that kind of mind, the South Indian, the Tamil mind. Konja somberi. I'm sorry, I left into Tamil. I started when I started my cricket. I tried everything. I tried fast bowling, leg spin, and I was a tall fellow, reasonably well built, and I
Right.
used to imitate Dattu Phadkar when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fairly quick for a boy of my age. My father told me, "Why are you doing this, man? In this terrible humidity, you'll burn yourself out. Don't be a fool." And on Indian wickets those days, he saw no future. He said, "Become a spinner." Then I tried leg spin, and eventually, I found out that I was a good off spinner.
Uh-huh.
But I don't. There is no scientific explanation. But I think we have that kind of brain, that kind of mind.
Mm-hmm.
We like the angles and all that, but I think it is less physical effort than fast bowling. Maybe that's what we preferred.
Mm-hmm. You,
Plotting, you need to outthink the batsman. If you're an off spinner, you have to really think. So, and because you don't have natural advantages, like a
right,
wrist spinner,
true. Yeah.
right hand batsman finds you very easy the ball coming in all the time. So you have to really become a good thinker. So
Mm-hmm.
I think the South Indian mind is made for the Tamil and especially South Indian mind. I would say Karnataka. We are made that way. I think being a spinner. I think in Hyderabad also we had many off spinners. Ghulam Ahmed. I
Yes, of
mean,
course.
when I was playing Jaisima, me, Naushir Mehta, three of us at the same time.
Right.
Jaisima was a good off spinner. Then Shivlal, Arshad,
Arshad
Ayub,
Ayub. Yes.
Kawaljeet Singh, so many
Kawaljeet
off
Singh.
spinners.
Yes.
So Hyderabad produced many off spinners.
True.
So I
So,
really don't.
so you
I
you
can't.
you 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 are a contemporary of yes Venkataraghavan, and we have not
Prasanna.
Prasanna, of course. We have not come across much on the media about Venkataraghavan speaking on Ashwin or Ashwin talking about Venkataraghavan, because normally we see somebody emulate the greats of the
I
exterior,
don't know. I don't know whether Ashwin has he ever said anything about Venkatraman. I don't know.
which is
And
surprising. That's what I have not come across anything of that sort, or
Venkat,
even Venkataraghavan
see,
talking about Ashwin.
Venkat after Ashwin came up in cricket. Venkat has been very much in the background, and
Right.
I think he's not been he's not been saying much. And in the last few years, he's abroad. He's in the
Yes,
US,
abroad. Yeah.
and not the sprightly young man that he used to be. We're all aging, so I think he's not saying much about the game. If 10 years ago he was talking, but 10 years ago Ashwin was around.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. Really don't know
Mm-hmm.
why Ashwin. Maybe Ashwin didn't have any interaction with him. As I said, I have never met him, so
Right.
I
Okay.
don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
whether he has met Venkat, I don't know whether Ashwin knows me. So we really don't know. And
But
possibly
your nephew Vidyut Sivaramakrishnan and Ashwin have played together in
yeah,
his
they
earlier
played
days.
together, and I think so. And I think Vidyut was a bit senior to him, or
Yeah.
probably. And
Yes.
but Vidyut was helping Ashwin with his academy for a while.
Right.
Couple of years, more than a couple of years, he was minding it, especially when Ashwin was traveling abroad and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This was in the Ramakrishna school in Tinagar.
Right.
So Vidyut helped him out. That much I know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
and I
Oh.
think Ashwin's father was very fond of Vidyut. That's what I heard.
Okay. Uh-huh.
This doesn't have to go into the podcast or whatever. But I'm saying it's a personal thing. But I think
I understand.
Ravichandran very fond of Vidyut. I've heard.
Okay.
I've not met him either. I recently went to Ashwin's felicitation by TNCA.
Right. Yeah.
There was a slight chance I could have met him that day, but I'm a little disabled nowadays. I can't walk around easily. I
Okay.
carry a walking stick and all that. It was
Mm-hmm.
in the open air, and then Ashwin was surrounded by a lot of people
Right.
after
Yeah.
he finished his speech. I met his wife briefly. I introduced myself and I said, I congratulate Ashwin, and I've never met him though we were in the same organization. She said, "No, of course we can meet him today. I'll see we can," but it was impossible. Too many people were around him, and I
Right.
couldn't walk all. And
Okay.
so
Mm-hmm.
that was the one chance I had of meeting him.
Right.
Probably tomorrow, and there may be a chance because they're felicitating Vishwanathan, Kasi Vishwanathan.
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
I think he also
Right.
may be there. So
True. Yeah.
similar function.
Right.
So maybe tomorrow
So
because sorry, yeah.
Venkataraghavan, tall off spinner, Ashwin, tall off spinner. How different were they? But
Very, very different. I think I don't know how did Venkat delivered it. He was a sharper bowler, and the kind of variations Ashwin has. Venkat did not attempt, no, not Prasanna, nor I, none of us had so many variations. For example, carom ball and all.
yeah,
We would have never, I think we did not dare to experiment so much. I was reading,
carom
I
ball,
think,
carom board was unheard of those days, or it was still there,
yeah.
but nobody went
No, I think
further.
Mendes was the first one to bowl.
Right. Yes.
And Venkat bowled a leg cutter, and he also bowled one which floated out. I think I also tried to bowl the ball which went out. Prasanna bowled a beautiful floater,
Right.
but not the carom ball. And you need very strong fingers to bowl the carom ball.
Right.
I never tried. I don't know whether I had the strength of fingers. I never tried, But for Ashwin to do it time after time, I think it needs terrific hands and an inquiring experimental mind. And I think we were a little more conservative, our generation.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some, for example, talking about myself, there are a couple of deliveries I bowled and with which I got wickets.
Mm-hmm.
Once I clean bowled Surendra Ramanath,
Right.
and another time I clean bowled Ambar Roy, and
Mm-hmm.
once and P. Mukund of Tamil Nadu, all with a similar delivery. Mukund, I was bowling around the wicket, and he was playing on the wrong line on the leg stump. He took the off stump.
Okay.
And these both Surendra Ramanath and Ambar Roy were trying to cut me and knocked off their middle stump, going
Okay.
round. So, but I never repeated. I never tried to bowl them again and again in a match. But
Mm-hmm.
Ashwin will do it. He's never afraid to experiment.
Right.
I think that was his plus point, and probably became a minus point at some point, and then he course corrected immediately. For example, Saklain Mushtaq was overdoing the wrong one, the
Yeah.
Dusra.
Yeah. Yeah.
He lost his standard delivery after some
That's
time.
right. Yeah. So
I think
people find you out and find a way to sort.
But Ashwin quickly corrected himself and then stopped overdoing it at one point.
That's true.
And then he would bowl a leg break and all that. And I think he became more orthodox without giving up any of the variations, but he became a little more orthodox in bowling the standard deliveries more often and all that,
Mm-hmm.
bowling a more standard line. But anyway, I mean, he's a modern great. He's one of the greats of all time. There's
Yes,
no question that. And and coming for an off spinner to say that about an off spinner is not easy. Doesn't come, we are all very egocentric individuals.
right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I never played for India, of course, there's no comparison at all. I mean, I won't compare Prasanna and Venkat and Ashwin. I think you should not compare, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
They were all great, each one was great
Right.
in his own way.
True.
And Ashwin, by sheer numbers and sheer longevity, and there's an enormous contribution to Indian cricket. He has to be at the top. Like Kumble,
Yes.
Aesthetically, people like Prasanna and Chandrasekhar were more pleasing. Kumble, how many matches he won for India? Look at the number of wickets he got. Look at the longevity.
Yes.
Look at the all format success.
Yes.
These guys are much, and their fitness, the levels they maintained is amazing. So you have to put them right at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely,
True.
I would call Ashwin an all-time great. There's
Yeah. My early remembrances of Ashwin, I think it was immediately after his first season for Tamil Nadu, where he picked up about a hell of a lot of wickets, and he was awarded the SEAT Young Player of the Year or Upcoming Player of the Year. That was way back, and there was a function in CCI, the Brabant Stadium, the launch of CCI, where I was watching from, as a journalist, we were all given the back rows, and he spoke, the confidence with which he spoke on the stage, perhaps among the first awards that he won at a higher level, that confidence has still stuck till the very end.
Supreme confidence. I think.
Oh, yes.
If he has any self-doubt, he never shows it. He's quite amazing. And otherwise, he can't come back so many times. You get dropped, or sometimes he gets clobbered by one batsman, he comes back and gets him. Phenomenal capacity. That means supreme confidence.
True.
And I think
and he is one who says it on the face, doesn't hide anything back, which was why I was surprised that he did not wait till the end of the series, having been selected and with just 2 more series to go, or which is less than, in terms of days, only less than 21 days for the end of the Sydney Test match. Probably for all that he has been, this came as a surprise. I was very...
I was surprised.
I thought we should have waited till Sydney Test match.
But then I don't know. There are precedents. If he had been the first one, when Dhoni does it, everything becomes right. So it's okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody says, yeah.
And he can do no wrong. Okay.
That is true.
Uh,
Yeah. But then Anil
no,
Kumble also quit in the middle, but that was for his injury and different reasons. He was not keeping well in terms of injuries and finger injury or something that kept him,
yeah.
made him to
Okay,
decide.
yeah.
But that was
I think
good of then captain to have him call and receive the series award at the end of the series. I think it's in Nagpur, it was against Australia, 2008.
yeah.
So that was something. So different reasons. But then we also go back to 1936 when Lala Amarnath came back from England for
Oh, you were
again
sent
fighting with
back.
the then captain.
You were sent back. You were sent
Sent
back.
back. He was sent back for
Navjot
disciplinary
Sidhu,
reasons.
it's a mystery.
Navjot
Why
Sidhu
did
back from 1996.
And
So
of course, yeah. No, Graham Swan left in the middle.
yes,
Swan, which is very surprising because an English player would not normally do that.
true.
He quit in Australia. He had
Yes,
lost.
yes,
He said he was no longer any good. I mean,
yes,
no, Ashwin is still bowling well. So,
yes.
though
And
his success,
we will still get to see him in IPL and probably Tamil Nadu, whatever matches
I think
he
he'll play
chooses
for
to play.
Tamil Nadu. I think he should try and get the Ranji Trophy for Tamil Nadu, which is
Yes, that is
eluded
something.
since 1988. They have not won, or 87 or 88.
True.
And I'm very, very happy to say my brother was in the team. And another off-spinner, Venkataraghavan, bowled brilliantly in the final. He took 7 wickets in one of the innings.
Yes.
So another off-spinner. So I think Venkataraghavan had a great season that year. And he's one of those. I mean, every off-spinner in the country other than me has played for India. He's one of them. I'm just joking.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but yeah. So
people like Sarkar Talwar, another great off-spinner.
yes.
Kamaljeet Singh, another very fine off-spinner who did not
Padmakar Shivalkar. No, they talk about among left-arm spinners, Padmakar Shivalkar and Rajendra Goyal.
Shivalkar and Goyal, of course. Two greats.
Yes.
Greats. Yeah.
So anything,
played for any country. Yeah.
True. Your closing comments on the whole Ashwin incident, or anything that you want to say, or anything that what will you remember Ashwin for?
For his supreme confidence and the number of times he has won matches for India, including those he has won with his batting, which is quite amazing for a man who's not considered, not yet accepted as a full-fledged all-rounder.
All-rounder, right?
600. Can you believe it? Even though 2 or 3 of them were against West Indies, he has got against England, and the recent 100 against Bangladesh was under trying circumstances, and he goes there and plays so effortlessly. When the wicket is doing something, even in Australia, I think by now, I think he was losing heart. Otherwise, even in this match, he wouldn't have got out. The last match, the way he was batting, it didn't look like getting out.
For someone who eats cricket, breathes cricket, lives cricket, sleeps cricket, everything, and who watches cricket wherever it is played, even say the league matches or the club matches in any other country. Yesterday, I heard him say on the television channels about him. He is one who doesn't forget what he had done in the past. But then he said yesterday about not remembering exactly what he had done since the last 2 years. So that's when he thought, okay, it is now the time is coming to call it quits, and probably it had.
You get some signals like that,
Right.
Like, for example, I mean, I didn't play at that level, but at any level that I played, the moment I stopped visualizing, because visualizing before a match, before the whole season, visualizing is such an important part of your success in any field, not just cricket.
Right.
The day I was not getting G. Krishnan out in my mind before I went to the ground. That was the day one must quit. And
right.
the day I started worrying about one particular batsman, that was enough. At your best, you're not afraid of anybody.
Right.
The day you start thinking, oh God, I have to get this fellow out, I think it's time to quit. So you get some signals like that. So he also got some signals.
Yeah.
So I think he's done the right thing, and I really wish him well because he's been a great performer.
Yeah.
And he has a lot to contribute still. Maybe to CSK, and maybe to TNPL. More than TNPL, Tamil Nadu Ranji Trophy. I
Yeah,
want him
that is
to win
something.
for them. I
I'm
think that
sure
is.
even I'm
I
sure
think
even
he.
Ashwin will be
Yeah,
wanting to do that. Probably that is
yeah.
what is in store for
I
him
think
for Tamil Nadu
I'd
cricket.
love to. I'd love to watch that happen, and I really wish him well. And a great champion. And I really wish I had played with him or at least watched him from close quarters because I didn't have that opportunity. Because by
But
the time he started,
I'm sure you will get that soon, and hopefully you will get to meet him tomorrow at
I
the
hope
function.
so. No, all I'm saying is there are some cricketers I really missed watching or playing with. Because
Right,
my career just ended before them. For
right.
example, V.S. Lakshman is a great
Hmm.
regret for me.
Oh yes.
Lakshman and we never played at the same time. Just narrowly missed. I played a little bit with Azharuddin, 1 or 2 seasons in local cricket.
Hmm.
Like that, really, those are all regrets I have.
Hmm.
And I even played with L. Sivaramakrishnan, the
Wow.
same team. Right.
Right.
So it was a great pleasure to play with some up and coming youngsters like that. I
Hmm.
really wish I had at least watched Ashwin play
Right. Right.
in a local game or something.
Right.
I only, I only watched him on television. So anyway, I look forward to, I'm sure he's going to contribute a
Yes.
lot to
Yes.
more than CSK or all that. I
For
want
Tamil
him
Nadu.
to win the Ranji Trophy for Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu. Yeah. Okay.
I
So
wish
I'm
him
sure
all the
I'm
best.
sure it's not long off, no, not long away from whatever you wish him to do that, and with that
Thank
we'll
you for
just
thank you so much. And of late, so many people in the last couple of years, I've done podcasts, I've written at least 4 or 5 times now on Ashwin, which I've not done on any other cricketer.
uh-huh.
It's just an opportunity, unforeseen opportunities, all these. I even gave a Tamil podcast on Ashwin,
Okay.
and I wrote for Midday. I think I think when was that? I don't remember. After his 500th wicket or something like that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But again, Clayton said, "Can you write immediately?" He gave me only a couple of hours, and he said, "Maybe you can dip into your older article and read." So some of it is actually repetitious. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
help it.
No,
You
but
can't
still,
say
it was relevant, topical, and the right man to talk about the
something.
right person
It's nice to
or
know
write
that you're
about the
not.
right person.
No, it's nice to know that you're not forgotten.
That's
And
right. Yeah. Of course.
unbelievably, about 15 days ago or maybe 3 weeks ago, Shivlal Yadav called me
Mm-hmm.
out of the blue. He has never called me before. He said, "Ram, I heard you're not well." I have not been well for the last 6 years, but I'm okay. But he said, "How come you never approached Hyderabad Cricket Association for any help?
Okay.
You've done you've done so much for Hyderabad cricket, and it was such a pleasure to hear from somebody who knocked me out of my chances of playing for India."
That's true. But then that's maybe
It was
call
very
it
hard.
competition or
It
luck
was
or
very
fate or
heartwarming.
whatever it is.
It was heartwarming that people still
Definitely,
remember
yes.
you,
Of course,
And
yes.
it is. Can you believe it? That my Ranji Trophy debut was 50 years ago.
Wow.
50 years.
Golden Jubilee.
Yeah. No,
Congratulations.
almost 50 years. 1975, I made my debut.
Right.
Now, one more year to go. And
Okay.
I hope I, you
Of course
know.
you will. And many more years of that. And encouraging youngsters like me to
Thank you so
yeah.
much. Such a
And
pleasure. Everyone calls you Jiku. I prefer GK. So,
thank you, sir.
all the
Wonderful
best.
talking to you. And
Yeah.
I also gathered a lot with by your views and about definitely Ashwin and the greats of
No,
your days.
it's a learning for me every time I talk to somebody, and I hope next semester, next time I teach my students in Asian College of Journalism, you can also join us at least online. But if you come
Sure.
to Chennai, you can come offline as well.
Of course,
Okay.
yes. Sure. Yeah.
Bardunda, do you come here at all?
I think it's quite some time that I came there.
You're a
So
Mumbaikar.
it's a long due, long.
You're a
Yeah,
100%
become
Mumbaikar
one.
now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
sir,
you
and
all
thank you so much. Take care, and When you
And I
see
hope-
Ashwin, do say hi from my side also. And
So when can I see this on YouTube?
I keep sharing whatever I send to you. Like that, you will also have this soon.
Okay. Of course,
I'm going to
as a
post it on
journalist,
YouTube. Yeah.
you must have met him a few times, no, Ashwin?
Yeah, we are mostly in press conferences. Yeah.
Okay.
And the odd once here, there, like there was this media zone after the World Cup, one of the matches just a week before the final. And it was India's last league match in Melbourne. And we got to talk, and I got to ask him in Tamil when I heard somebody else, some other journalist asking Arshdeep in Hindi in one of the earlier media zones. So I just asked Ashwin, exactly what I asked him was, same day, ide venue, ide naal Sunday, Adutha Varam, which Adutha Varam was the next Sunday was the final. And India was still not out of the finals because they were in the semi-final. They lost to England by 10 wickets.
Yeah.
So he just answered in Tamil impromptu. So it was something like that. And we bump into each other. He says, hi, hello, sir, that kind of thing. But not so very close interactions with him. But then, yes, so I can say that if he sees me, at least he recognizes me. He knows that I'm a journalist.
You are a recognizable man. No,
No, there are so many others who are giants.
no. I mean, distinctive looks something.
Right. Cool. Thank you so
When
much,
I
sir,
do
and take care. And we'll be
Right.
in touch. See you soon.
All the
Take care.
best. My regards
Thank
to
you
your
so much.
family and all.
Sure. Thank you so much. Bye.